Hello my friends and fellow VEDSies, and welcome to day number 6. Remember how in my day 1 video I mentioned that the entire reason I thought to do a music themed VEDS was because my mom and I had fallen down a music themed rabbit hole? Well, a large part of that rabbit hole was videos and articles ranking intros featuring a certain instrument. And they were really entertaining, but we kept having the same situation happen over and over again where we thought of something, but the videos and the articles totally forgot about it or didn't include it, even though it seemed so obvious to us. Now, obviously, so much of this is subjective, but it happened over and over again to the point where I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna make my own list. So today we're going to look at 15 of the best, most recognizable, and loved by me vocal introductions to songs. Number 15, Wannabe by the Spice Girls. I mean, talk about iconic. Now, the music kicks in pretty quickly, so we're really only talking about the yo, but even that is such an instantly recognizable piece of pop culture. It's almost like a glissando, actually, and that brings so much anticipation for what's to come. Number 14, Tom's Diner by Susan Vega. Slight tangent, but I've just got to say, my mom was not happy when I included this one on the list. She hates this song and thinks it's the most irritating thing around. But honestly, that's the risk you take when you make something this catchy. Some people will love it, some people will hate it. Either way, there's no denying that Tom's Diner and its instantly recognizable intro haven't made their impact, whether that's getting stuck in people's heads, being sampled by Fall Out Boy, or literally being the song used to develop digital compression of MP3 files. Number 13, You Give Love a Bad Name by Bon Jovi. Shot through the heart, and you're to blame, darling, you give love a bad name. Not a lot of rock songs begin with just vocals, but it sets this one apart and is probably the best part of the entire song. Jon Bon Jovi is a great singer, and the power that these vocals have is undeniable. Number 12, Hound Dog by Elvis. If we're talking iconic intros to songs, even ignoring the vocal part, I feel like we have to talk about Hound Dog. As probably one of the most famous rock performances ever, I mean, it's Elvis singing Hound Dog. I know, you know, and I know that you know, which is why it's on this list. Number 11, Bad Romance by Lady Gaga. Everything about this song is iconic and wonderful. For this intro part, we're not even talking about getting as far as the rah rah ah ah that is the most famous part of the song. I'm just talking about her voice alone before the instruments kick in. So we get whoa, caught in a bad romance. Whoa, and that's it. And even with just that, we've been presented with something full of drama and gravitas that totally stands out in the musical pantheon. Which is wild, because that was based off of 5 notes of a C major scale. And the fact that it's so simple and so iconic is part of what makes it so remarkable to me. Number 10, Lonesome Loser by the Little River Band. Y'all, these harmonies, I can't, they're so good. They're so good. Number 9, I Will Always Love You by Whitney Houston. The fact of the matter is, Whitney Houston was such an incredible singer that she could have just sang the phone booth and I would have at least considered putting it on this list. But no, instead we have almost a full minute of her singing this gorgeous ballad written by Dolly fucking Parton herself. I mean, obviously, this had to be on the list. Number 8, Dea, the Banana Boat Song by Harry Belafonte. So, fun fact, I pretty much had this list all settled almost a month ago. And then one morning I woke up and realized that I had forgotten this and the song coming next. And so I had to redo the entire list. I had thought I could just put them in at numbers 15 and 14, but it didn't seem fair to punish the songs for me being a forgetful bitch. They're just too good, too classic, too recognizable for that. Harry Belafonte's voice is iconic, and this song really shows it off. Plus, it's in the only scene in Beetlejuice I like, and that has to count for something. Number 7, The Lion Sleeps Tonight, or Wimoe, by the Tokens. Talk about another melody that is instantly recognizable. Trying to explain why this song works is like trying to explain why chocolate tastes good or kittens are cute. If you're not there, I don't know how to get you there. It just is. 6, Some Nights by Fun. Now, like a lot of songs on here, Some Nights has some killer harmonies. But it also has some of, if not the best lyrics of any of these intros. In particular, the imagery surrounding "Some nights I wish that my lips could build a castle, some nights I wish they'd just fall off," I find particularly beautiful. Number 5, Barbara Ann by the Beach Boys. I mean, you can't really talk about iconic vocals without talking about the Beach Boys. And while I looked through the discography, really, for me, there was only one option. You see, baby Tessa, and I do mean literal infant baby Tessa, loved this song so dang much. And then when that Minions trailer for Despicable Me, whichever of them it was, came out, my brother fell in love with this song. So it's super nostalgic for me, and it's always been a part of this household. And the fact that they were able to create something like that while pretty much staying on one note is wild to me. Number 4, Carry On Wayward Son by Kansas. Circa 2013 Tumblr got a lot of things wrong. One slur, what the Avengers Tower where they all lived together would be like when it surely became canon in the next Avengers movie, the way to make infinite chocolate, but one thing we got right was that this song is incredible. And this intro is a massive part of that. These harmonies are so good. I feel like I'm flying almost when I listen to them. It's just incredible. Number 3, Take a Chance on Me by ABBA. You knew I had to include some ABBA on this list. They truly have some of the most deceptively simple but rich harmonies that I've ever heard. And Take a Chance on Me is such a great example of that. We've got the girls singing the melody, though in actuality what we're perceiving as the melody is a combination of their two parts, while the guys are driving the song with the take a chance, take a chance, take a chance part. I actually had to look up the sheet music and double check on this one because while it's in 4/4, the take a chance part almost has a triplet quality to it, and for a moment I'd convinced myself the song was actually in 12/8. Either way, it's fun, catchy, rich with details, and of course, totally iconic. Number 2, Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen. Yep, you knew it was coming. I mean, given how close I am to Cleveland, I'm pretty sure if I didn't put this on the list, somebody from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame would have been sent to kill me. Bohemian Rhapsody is just so special in the way that it's cemented in all of our hearts and minds. And I can't even be mad about it or think that it's overrated because it is just that good. Now, the piano comes in at Open Your Eyes, so we're only just dealing with the first few lines, but that's all you need. Those first few lines are plenty to get you hooked on one of the best songs ever written. Those first few lines have everything you need to get hooked on one of the best songs ever written. So then you may be asking, what the heck can beat Bohemian Rhapsody? Number 1, Hooked on a Feeling by Blue Swede. Remember, this is both personal opinion and only talking about the intros here. And for me, it just doesn't get better than this. You've got the deep rhythmic chanting, the incredible melody, all leading up to that big drop. It's just so good. Instantly recognizable, instantly charming, rich, full, but you can still tell what's going on here. I just don't think it gets much better than this, and so that's why it's number 1. So yeah, those are my top 15 best vocal intros. If you want to take a listen, I have made a Spotify playlist for your convenience, although I think most of these are pretty well known. Either way, I'm curious to hear what y'all think of these songs and what you think I might have missed. With that, my friends and fellow VEDSies, I'll see you tomorrow.